Hey, what's going on? What's going on? How's everybody doing? Happy Friday. Today was another great trading session in the books. Same plan, same live, same patterns over and over and over again. Are we 100% with our trades? Absolutely not, but we are very good at what we do. And I'm going to show you why I called out some of the trades that I called out this morning. Repeatable pattern and process over and over and over again. So before we dive in, do me a favor, comment in the comments where you're watching this from. I want to see how far across the United States and the world we make it. And we're going to keep rolling, In the end, when you learn to day trade and or invest and or swing trade, right? Everyone says, well, what's a swing trade? A swing trade is simply something you buy today and you're holding it overnight until tomorrow. That's a swing trade. So we have multiple strategies inside of our mastermind that we do. They all have different risk preferences and tolerances. So it's kind of, you come in, we have a conversation, we put you on a specific path based on what you're trying to accomplish as an individual, and we rock it. We learn, we dive in, we break a habit in 21 days. And then after that, we start slowly scaling because I believe the slow and steady always win the race, So with that being said, I'm going to show you how we day trade, how we can use the same pattern and process to swing trade, and how we use the same tool, right, process pattern to invest. So some people day trade and that's it, and that's fine. Some people can't day trade because they own a business, and or are busy, and just think that day trading doesn't fit their portfolio, and that's fine. They'll swing trade, And some people don't day trade or swing trade. They simply invest, right? Either of those, you can't go wrong. But I believe the true power is doing at least two of the three. So if you only invest, you really should be swing trading and investing. If you can day trade, you should day trade and swing trade, And if you are able to do all three, like I do all three, to me that's the true breakout because you're diverse, right? If I fail or the day trading fails me today, maybe the swing trading picks me up, or if the swing trading fails me today, maybe the day trading picks me up. So it kind of equals out and minimizes the losses over time. But regardless, they all very good. So today, right now, here we are. Let's dive in. Do you see the star on the chart, right? One of our patterns that we call out every single day is a profit pivot AI and Swing Master Pro break. And what this does is if our candles are green, it hits one of our pivots right here. We're calling out a call trade. And if the candles come down here and they turn red and they hit a pivot break, right? Here's a pivot. We take a short trade. So today, right, simply how I called it out was simply this right here. I'm going to erase all this and just kind of show you why I called out what I called out. Today was pretty moderate. Right here, we got a breakout, and on this trade, it ended up going from 99 to 702.50. It was about 2.5, 3 points. I ended up getting a break even on this, so I didn't get nothing on this. And then I kind of like saw this candle. It was kind of just trading sideways and staying choppy. So then we reset. We came back up, and because this area hit right there, I wanted this to really break out, right? And that simply never happened. We come up and hit it, blipped right back down, and then price started coming back down. So here we have this red candle, right? Wait for it to close, called a breakdown right here, and down we go. Guess what? It went from 85 down here to 75. There's $500 a contract. So my goal was to get one or two winning trades in the first 30 to 45 minutes or hour of the day and walk away. So this first trade, I was break even. I didn't get nothing on it. Second trade, guess what? You could have easily gotten $200 to $300 on this trade. We'll just say a measly $200. Then price comes back up, and we call it a breakdown right here. And this trade actually went down and came back up, and that kind of stopped me out just for a small win. I missed a lot of this, but I ended up getting 2 points on this one, which was only $100 for every one contract. But it went from 84 down here to 80, just shy of 80, just shy of 4. There's $200 right there you could have got. So I got 100 on this one. So there's 100, right? And if I only took one ES contract, guess what? Right here, there's 300 bucks for the day. Some people made a lot more. Price came back down, right? Came back up, come down. Then they took a breakdown right here, and they got a grand slam. They took another breakdown right there. There's another grand slam. I'm talking about a quick, easy 200 to 300 bucks for every one contract, which is good. So for me, I got to break even. So we're gonna say 2, 0, and 1 for ES, right? NQ, same thing happened. Called it breakout right here. I got stopped out for 1 NQ point, so we're gonna go winner, loser. I'm gonna say there's my break even, and then we came back down, came back up, and I put a breakout right here, and we never got the breakout, and we simply came back down. But this candle right here was where my nice grand slam was. I took a breakdown right here. There was my stop, right? And this trade ended up going from 26 down here. I mean, it depends how far you caught it, right? So typically what happens for me, once I move 10 points, I like to go risk-free. So in this trade right here, it went from 24 and it went down to 6. I got 5 or 6 NQ points right there. So once again, I missed a lot of this move, but it happens. Then I took this trade right here on this breakdown, and I caught a nice chunk of this. So on this trade, it went from 91, where I got stopped out. I think it was about 60. So I got 31 NQ points on this, but I mean, there's people that got it more than me, but it's all good because we green, right? 91, and it went down here to 10. That's 81 NQ points. Could you have gotten 10 or 20 on that? Absolutely. So in NQ, I got 2 winners on that, right? 0 losses, and I was going on about my day, right? I was going on about my day. Had you kept on trading, there's another breakdown right there. Here's another breakdown right there. Here is another breakdown right here. Here's another breakdown right there. And now you got the candles went from green to red. Now you're taking breakouts. So some of the more experienced people, they might be trading all day long. But if you are newer, I recommend getting 1 or 2 winning trades a day, walking away, and keep it rolling. So we did have someone join us. First week of January, the first full week of trading in January, and for 4 years they struggled. Right, they've been messaging me. They've been messaging me for 6 months, and they finally took the leap to come in here. And since they've been in the room, they're making a consistent 50 to 200 bucks each day. And I told him, I said, dude, you're winning right now. Why? Because it takes 21 days to break a habit. So even if you don't trade this with me, but you want to, over time, you build the confidence to keep pushing and trading the same exact pattern and setup over and over and over again. Today, guess what? You could have made 300 bucks on NQ. You could have made at least 300 bucks, or I'm sorry, on ES. You could have at least made 300 bucks on NQ. Compile them together, they're $600. And if you're trading full contracts, now if you traded micros instead of the minis, right, your 600 bucks might be $60 or $70. So that's still phenomenal, because you can't self-sabotage yourself with everybody's different account. The third chart we called out right here was a CL on this pattern. We had a breakdown right here, and you were able to get about eight or so. Well, I'll tell you right here. It went from 42 down here to 35. There were 7 NQ points you could have got. Or I'm sorry, NQ, CL points, 7 CL points. We like to go risk-free at 5, so we got a small winner on that. Another area we had a huge pivot break, actually right here on this breakdown. Why? Because we have a red candle, red arrow, which is another pattern we have. But I don't want to go too far in depth in that, so I did call out this trade and take a big piece of it, and I only got 2 points on that one. But I'm showing you, if you traded the pattern I'm showing you, you still could have made money on that, right? So I'm going to erase all this, and we're going to keep trucking along. So I trade futures and stock options every single day, right? Half the people in the room only trade futures, which is fine, and the other half only trade stock options, and half of each halves, they hybrids like myself. So on Tesla, where the new star is at, right? What do we have right here? Candles were red, green. We hit our pivot. We're above our magnet. Took a breakout right there. Bam, there's a winner. So people in Tesla, they were good. Then some people, right, I heard them in the background. They took the breakdown right there on the change, and they got a winner on that on Tesla too. So Guess what? Stock options, you real good. The Grand Slam this morning was simply on this chart right here. I'm going to make it smaller. You see where the AI Lotto is right here? What we do, this is called our AI Lotto because our losses are 40, 50, 60% ROI, but we have a 75% probability to get 50 to 100% ROI. What we do in this, we use this AI Lotto low, and we pick our strike price right here in this vicinity. So 69.25, 69.30, that was a good strike that you could have taken today. But we let the software do the calculations for us, and we rock and roll. So then what happened is we candles turned red. We took a breakdown right here, and a lot of people caught this drop. So many people in the room made over 100, 200 bucks a contract, which is phenomenal, right? Which is phenomenal. But once again, when you come in and you trade the plan, you stay consistent and you just do it repeatable over and over and over again. That's what's true wealth over time is, right? And yeah, we're gonna keep on rocking. So this is a great one. I think we on a let me double check for you real quick. I don't want to give you misinformation, but I know we on a huge win streak. And to be exact, we are on a 22-day win streak. So that means for one whole month straight, we got winners out of this. For small winners or big winners, and maybe one or two like break evens. So you can't be mad with that. And the people that just started with me last month that only trade this system, we just broke their habit. Now they're confident to come in and trade this every single day. But other than that, guess what? I just shown you in 10 minutes how simplified day trading can be when you have a plan, you have the proper support team, and you have fun like we do every single day. So if that's something that resonates with you, just comment beast mode or BMT in the box. I'll send you an invite to join us, and you can see what we do next week, right? So we're going to keep on rocking. I'm going to put SPY up here. If you only swing trade, we're going to come here to the daily time frame, and we're going to do this right here. And I'm going to make this a little bit larger, and you're going to see a pattern right here, right? And what's nice about this pattern is you're going to see a green candle, green arrow, a green candle, green arrow. All you have to do is you wait patiently. At the end of the day, you come in, you get your phone, and you check your chart, what you want to watch. You might have 4 of them. It'll take you 30 seconds, right, or a minute, and see if you have a green candle, green arrow, or a red candle, red arrow. If it does, you take a call. If you have a red candle, red arrow, you take a put in the stock option space, right? And we can make money whether the share price that you're seeing right now goes up or down, all right? With that being said, we buy 4 weeks of expiration time. And if the share price moves $2 to $3 in our favor, that's enough to get 15 to 25% ROI very safely. And then we just go risk-free. And whatever happens after that happens, right? So if you traded this for the last 5 months, 6 months, you're going to see something just like this. Look, 1 winner, 2 winner, 3 winner, oops, loser, 3 and 1, 4 and 1, 5 and 1, 6 and 1, 7 and 1, 8 and 1, 9 and 1, 10 and 1, 11 and 1. Oops, loser. 11 and 1, 11 and 2, 12 and 2, 13 and 2, 14 and 2. That moved just $2. 14 and 2, 15 and 2, 16 and 2, 17 and 2, and we have one right there. We have 17 and 2, but let's just count this as a loser, right? Let's just say we took a small loss. So we'll say 17 and 2. We'll say 16 and 3, which is still phenomenal. That's unheard of, right? We're outperforming hedge funds with our strategies, you know? And let's just say every single trade we take a measly 25% ROI, and then every loser we take a 30% ROI loser, right? And then we come up and get some data, right, off this example, and we do the calculator so you can see the visual, and we do 16 divided by 19. That is 84% win rate. Would you be happy with an 84% win rate? Even a 75% win rate, you're still going to be very, very happy. Even with a 65% win rate, you're still going to be happy, but I will consider that super underperforming. Over time, this is what we like to see. Out of those 16 winners, let's say we got 25% ROI on every single one of them. And of the 3 losers, We do 3 times 30%, which is 90. So we generated 310%. If you used $100 on every single one of these trades, your $100 turned into $410, right? If you used $1,000 on every single one of these trades, your $1,000 turns into $4,100, right? And if you use $10,000 on every single one of these trades, your trade just turned into $41,000. The thing is, inside of our group, we have quite a few of the $100 traders, we have quite a few of the $1,000 traders, and we have some of the $10,000 traders. So you can't, you making $410 on $100 leverage is the same as making $41,000 on the $10,000. They have a lot more at risk than you do. So you can't sell yourself short or self-sabotage because someone's dollar amount's larger. You don't know how much they're using to trade in their accounts, if that makes sense. We trade the probability, we trade the pattern, and no matter what account size that you have, we can do something over time, and that's the key to getting started. Sticking with something over time enough to pay out. That's how we swing trade. The last phase of this, give me another 2 minutes, is our investing. We take this same pattern and we put it on the weekly time frame, right? And we're going to zoom out, you're going to look at stuff and check it out. You wait for a buy, price goes up. You wait for a buy, oh man, price went against us. Another buy, price goes up. 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 Even if you started right here, guess what? It's like real estate. Price is falling against you. You buy more, or you renovate your position, and then now you got a little bit more money into this position because over time we expect price to push up. The first initial buy way here was $289. We're at almost $700. This next buy was at $428. We're almost at $700. Here's a couple buys at $391. Here's another buy at $430. Here's another buy at $560. Guess what? Every single one of those positions are in profits. And that's how we smart invest, you know? So you could have put $1,000 here at $275, and up here it might be worth $1,500 or $2,000, right? And you come into something like XOM, and you do the same exact thing. You have a buy here, you have a buy here, you have a buy here, you have a buy here. Guess what? If you put 1K into the market right down here, guess what? At 40, you know I'm about to tell you, up here at 80, guess what? You have 2K. Sell out, bring 1K back to the side pot, let 1K ride. Up here, way up here at 110, your 1K is, your other remaining 1K is almost 2K again up here. But then you get this buy. And let's say you dump in another 1K, so now you got all 2K. Here's a buy, here's a buy. Your cost average is about 65. Guess where we're at right now? 2K up here is now worth 4K. You know, I'm about to tell you, sell out, bring 3K back to the side pot, and you have $1,000 in the market for free. And I'm going to show you why we can exponentially grow the account over time. What also is good about this is, guess what? Every 4 of these blue dots, there's 3%, right? There's 6, there's 9, there's 12, there is 15. You're making a residual just for holding these shares while you are growing your account, right? Then you get into something, like GBTC, right? And you do the same exact thing, and we're gonna just start it. We're just gonna start it right over here, right? We're gonna start it right here, and you put in, out of this 3K, you put in 1K. At your price is at 15. Where's 30 at? 30 is right here, right? Where is 45? Here is 40. Here's 45. Here is 60, right? 60. Here is 75, right here. Up here is 90, right there. So guess what? Your 1K turns into 2K right there. You know, I'm about to tell you, sell out, bring 1K back. So now we got $3,000. We still have 1K riding for free. Here you make another grand. Here you make another grand. So now we can bring 2K back to the pot, right? Now we got 2K plus 3K. Now we got 5K back in the pot. Then we get a buy right there, right? And we still have that 1K left over. Out of this 5K, let's bring in 2K. Now we got 3K in this pot, and your buy here comes up to about 35, give or take. Up here at 70, right? Your 3K is 6K. Guess what I'm about to tell you, right? Your 5 turned into 3. We're going to take 6, sell out, bring 5 back. Now we have $8,000 in the pot. And guess what? Up here, that remaining 1,000 turns into 2,000, sell out, bring 1K back. Now we got 9K in the pot. And then price comes all the way back down to where it's at right now, right? So what I'm trying to get you at is we just turned $1,000, right, into not quite $9,000, but now we have $9,000 in our account while having $1,000 in Bitcoin, and we have $1,000 in XOM. So we're exponentially growing our account. Or you could be the typical hodl, holder, hodl person and see this right here. Here's 1K, 2K, 3K, right? 1K, 2K, 3K, 4K, 3K, 5K, 4K, 6K, and then coming back down here to 5K mark. So your 1K turns into 5K. Our 1K is now at 9K, give or take, right? We'll say maybe 8K. We outperform the traditional hodlers. Now, this is where I'm gonna try to get you, right? And we could make a lot more money. If you started this, and I purposely didn't do this, but if you did, and you put in 1K here, guess what? Your 1K turns into, where's our buy at? At we'll just say $10, a little bit higher, but 1K goes to 5K, goes to 2K, 5K, down here to $750, comes all the way up here to 6K, comes down to 3K, up here to 7K, down to 5K, up here to 9K, now it's down to 7K. So your $1,000 is now worth 7K. I just showed you how I turned $1,000 into 8K, and I didn't even show you what we would have done over here, right? So now check this out, and this is where we outperform, right? This is the team hodls, hodls, whatever you want to call it, and this is smart investing, right? So guess what? If we put 1K in right here at 10, at 20, we're at 2K. Sell out, we bring 1K back. At 30, there's another K. At 40, there's 2K. At 50, there's 3K, right? I'm bringing 3K back. So now that 8K is now worth 11K. Then we get a pullback. Then we get another buy here. Well, if I'll put another 1,000 in, so now we have 2,000 bucks. Here's our buy, here's our buy. Average is right here at 24. Guess what? It goes up to 51. So your 2K is worth 4K up here. Sell out. Bring 3K back to the pot. So now 11, 12, 13, 14. Guess what? We have $14,000 from 1K. If you add in this chunk, you hodlers have 1K to 7K. I just outperformed you, ran circles around you, and I've only had to trade this 1, 2, 3, 4 times in the last 5 years. All you do, you wait for the software to tell you a high probability investment. You log on your phone, you take the trade in your account, and you hold it. And you can set an alert to when the share price hits certain levels, or you can simply check into your account once a week, once a month, whatever you like. But in the end, that's smart investing. Anyway, it's Friday. I still got some iced coffee left. I'm going to go eat some lunch. And, hey, we're going to have fun doing it again next week. If you want to participate, let me know, and we'll get you squared away. With that being said, you guys have a blessed one. Catch me on the next one. Beast Mode out.